Beep beep! Here comes Thomas the Tank Engine. Thomas and his friends work hard every day. Thomas does not want to work today. It is his birthday. He wants a party with presents, balloons, and silly hats. But the top of hat says, Henry is busy, Gordon is busy, James is busy. You must work today, Thomas. So off Thomas goes to his branch line. Back and forth, back and forth. He carries people. He carries animals. He carries wood. He carries grain. Thomas sees his friends near the engine shed. No one says happy birthday. No one says a word about presents, balloons, or silly hats. At the end of the day, Thomas heads home. Those engines did not look so busy to me. Oh no! A cow is in the way. Move, says Thomas. Moo, says the cow. No, 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 says Thomas. Not moo, move! At last the cow moves. Thomas is late. Thomas is tired. Some birthday. The top of hat opens the doors to the dark shed. Thomas chugs inside. Lights come on. Surprise! Say all Thomas' friends. We were busy, says Henry. We were busy making a party for you, says James. It is a wonderful party. There are presents, balloons, and silly hats to wear. Happy birthday, Thomas! Thomas the Tank Engine has worked his branch line for many years. You don't just want to stop, laughed his driver one day. You could almost manage without me. Thomas didn't understand that his driver was only joking. Driver says I don't need it anymore, he told the others. Don't be so silly, said Percy. I never go without my driver, said Toby earnestly. I'd be frightened. Yeah, right, both said Thomas. I'm not scared, just you wait and see. It was dark in the morning when the fire alarm came to light the engines. Thomas drowsed comfortably as the warmth spread through his spoiler. He woke again in daylight. Percy and Toby were still asleep. I'll give those cities sticking in mud a surprise, he chuckled. Driver says I can manage without him. I'll just go out and then I'll wheeze loudly to make them jump. Thomas thought he was clever, but really he was only moving because a careless cleaner had meddled with his controls. He tried to wheeze, but he couldn't. He tried to stop, but he couldn't. He just kept rolling along. He didn't dare look what was coming next. There was the station master's house. The station master and his friend were having breakfast. It was one of their favorites, bacon and eggs. Oh no, cried Thomas, and shut his eyes. The house rocked and plaster peppered the plates. Thomas peered through the broken window. He couldn't speak. The station master was furious. His wife picked up the plates. You miserable engine, she scolded. Just look at our breakfast covered in plaster. Now she'll have to cook some more. She banged the door behind her. They finished their breakfast in the kitchen and left Thomas soaking on his own. More and more plaster fell. Thomas wanted to sneeze, but he didn't dare in case the house fell on top of him. No one came near him for a very long time. Everyone was much too busy. At last, some workmen arrived to prop up the house with strong poles. Next, they brought low sleepers and made a roll over to the garden so that Don Douglas, puffing hard, could pull Thomas back to the rails again. Thomas looked so comic that the twins laughed aloud. "Goodbye, Thomas," they chuckled. "Don't forget your driver next time." His driver finally began to tie him up. "You're in perfect disgrace," they told him. "We're ashamed of you." "And so am I," said a voice behind him. "You are a very naughty engine." It was the Topham Hatt. "Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir," faltered Thomas. "You must go to work to be mended. There's no time for you now. Percy will take you to a starting where you can wait till you're ready." "Yes, sir." Next day, a diesel rail car came to the station. "That's Daisy," says the Topham Hatt. "She's come to do your work." Diesel's never run up to breakfast in station masters' houses, and he walked sternly away. Thomas did enjoy his time at the works. "It's nice to feel mended again," he said afterwards, "but it took so many of my old parts away and put new ones in that I'm not sure whether I'm really me or another engine." When Thomas came home, he soon made friends with Daisy. In fact, Thomas is glad to have her help with his passengers. He is now never so silly as to think he can manage without his driver. Trevor the traction engine enjoys living in the vicarage orchard on the island of Sodor. Edward the blue engine once helped to save him from being turned to scrap, so now Trevor lives at the vicarage and the two engines are great friends. Edward comes to see Trevor every day. Sometimes Trevor is sad because he doesn't have enough work to do. "I do like to keep busy all the time," Trevor sighed one day, "and I do like company, especially children's company." "Cheer up," smiled Edward. "Sir Topham Hatt has work for you in his new harbor. I'm to take you to meet Thomas today." "Oh!" exclaimed Trevor happily. "A harbor, the seaside, children! That will be lovely." Trevor's car was coupled behind Edward, and they set off to meet Thomas. Thomas was on his way to the harbor with a trainload of metal pilings. They were needed to make the harbor wall firm and safe. "Hello, Thomas," said Edward. "This is Trevor, a friend of mine. He's a traction engine." Thomas eyed the newcomer doubtfully. "A what engine?" he asked. "A traction engine," explained Trevor. "I run on roads instead of rails. Can you take me to the harbor, please? Sir Topham Hatt has a job for me." "Yes, of course," replied Thomas, but he was still puzzled. Workmen coupled Trevor's car to Thomas's train, and soon they were ready to start their journey. I'm glad the Dapper Hat needs me, called Trevor. I don't have enough to do sometimes, you know. Also, I can work anywhere, in orchards, on farms, in scrapyards, even at harbors. But you don't run on rails, puffed Thomas. I'm a traction engine. I don't need rails to be useful, replied Trevor. You wait and see. When they reached the harbor, they found everything in confusion. Cars had been derailed, blocking the line, and stone slabs lay everywhere. We must get these pilings through, said Thomas's driver. They are essential. Trevor, he said, we need to drag them around this mess. Just the sort of job I like, replied Trevor. Now you'll see, Thomas. I'll soon show you what traction engines can do. Trevor was as good as his word. First, he dragged the stones clear with chains. Then, he towed the pilings into positions. Who needs rails, he muttered cheerfully to himself. Later, Thomas brought his two coaches, Annie and Clever, to visit Trevor. Thomas was most impressed. Now I understand how useful a traction engine can be, he said. Thomas's coaches were full of children, and Trevor gave them rides along the harbor. Of all the jobs he did at the harbor that day, he liked this best of all. He's very kind, said Annie. He reminds me of Thomas, added Clarabelle. Everyone was silent when it was time for Trevor to go. Thomas pulled him to the junction. A small tear came into Trevor's eye. Thomas pretended not to see and whistled gaily to make Trevor happy. I'll come and see you if I can, Thomas promised. The vicar will look after you, and there's plenty of work for you now at the orchard, but we may need you again in the harbor someday. That will be wonderful, said Trevor happily. That evening, Trevor stood in the orchard, remembering his new friend Thomas, the harper, and most of all, the children. Then he went happily to sleep in the shed at the bottom of the orchard.
Thomas the tank engine, hip 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 hooray! Chugga chugga chug chug chop chop chop, he rides along the way. And when you hear that whistle, it can only be one train. Your favorite little engine, Thomas is his name.
Thomas the tank engine rolling along. All of his friends will be coming along.
Thomas, we love you. He's a really useful engine with a heart that's big and strong. He chugga chugga chop chops, working hard, helping everyone.
Thomas, he has lots of friends.
And you can be one too.